And we're going to go get into this game very, very shortly. Going to be NEEK versus Arnovic, PvP 40 ages on Blue Shift.
On Blue Shift indeed. We are just now loading into the game. And yeah, let's see what's about to go down. We've not seen any of these players play on the new patch, I think, right? In any tournament so far. I'm not sure exactly. They have been practicing their asses off for this one, for sure. So we're about to see what's going to go down. All right.
Nice. Good transition.
In the top right corner of Blue Shift, the Red Protoss player, it's Arnovic. Playing for E-Wolves, I guess.
Yep. And in the bottom left, I don't think he's officially on MCon anymore. Oh, well, but he might actually be, I'm not sure. He is the Blue Protoss player. He is NEEK.
Yep, and I mean, what you can really do with mirror matchups, if you're not too familiar with StarCraft, look at the production tab, especially Zerg versus Zerg, but also to a certain point, PvT and PvP. Look at the production tab, and you'll be able to spot the differences in their play very, very quickly. We see a double gas coming out at the same time for both players. The gateway, obviously, because there can be very much deviation this short into the game. But we're going to see that difference hopefully come into play very soon. Or they're just going to play a completely symmetrical game. That's going to be really fun as well.
Yeah, that's something that you can say about mirror matchups, is that often you can cast the first couple minutes purely by looking at production tab, as long as people don't start proxying. With very standard, I think 2-gate is pretty standard in PvP because it's so much safer these days, and you don't want to get Chrono Blink, Chrono Stalker rush. I think that's the most, actually the biggest danger there is. Like 1-gate expand or something, I think that build's completely dead in PvP these days.
It's kind of interesting. Oh, we see a red pylon showing up outside of his base. It's not super far across the map, but it could definitely be a place to hide a tech building.
Exactly.
But what I was about to say is some of these mirror matchups have really stayed, I guess, in the past in terms of how fast people expand. Like in ZVZ or in ZVP, ZVT, whatever. Even Terran versus Protoss matchups. We see people expanding very, very quickly. But right now in PvP, it's still like expanding to the natural takes a while. We see the Chrono being used on that cybernetics core to get that gateway out as fast as possible. Double Stalker coming out for NEEK.
Yeah.
As it is for Arnovic.
So the main tell here for NEEK, and what he should respond to, is the fact that there's only, well, okay, the second literally just got built, but there was only one pylon in Arnovic's base. Well, he has to have had another one to support this probe count. So he should have known that there is a pylon somewhere else on the map with probably a sneaky probe and a tech probe. Ooh.
What is this?
What? Oh, and then he's gonna get chased away by the Stalker, and it's, yeah, oh, that Stalker actually saves the day here pretty much.
This is so good for Arnovic, because now he's busted NEEK. NEEK has no idea where that pylon is and what building is next to it.
Yeah.
But he's too busy, like, trying to defend himself, I think, right now.
He has to cancel it. Yeah. Okay. So I really didn't like this execution from NEEK. I get it was like, it's really showing his hand, like, hey, I'm gonna warp in a pylon. I might just make some buildings here, you know. And Arnovic, you know, NEEK still has no idea. There could be an Oracle flying into his base within the next minute, but luckily for NEEK, there won't be. Oh, no, we have 4 Stalkers. Oh, he needs to turn back. Oh, man, this is not a good position for NEEK at all.
NEEK's 2 Stalkers are actually, he could sandwich Arnovic, though. Look at this.
Oh, there's 2 Stalkers walking right into the main of Arnovic, almost. He's going to lose that pylon, but yeah, Arnovic is going to have to do a defensive warp in for sure. Except it's still 10 seconds until warp gauge finishes. Oh, he might actually pick off a Stalker here for free.
Yep, and that's actually going to allow him to kill the other one as well.
He has to get out of there. Here come the reinforcements. And man, yeah, Arnovic is definitely the one, you know, coming up on top of it. And now he's on the offensive with his War Prism.
I mean, this War Prism is out. He has that pylon out on the map, so like NEEK has no idea where that tech is. And yes, NEEK does have more Stalkers, but the War Prism is going to give him such a big advantage into the micro.
Oh, he's holding the high ground. That's a good choice, I feel. Oh, picks off 1 Stalker, almost picks off the War Prism. And overwhelming numbers now forcing Arnovic back. Oh, and he picks off the War Prism with 3 Stalkers, and that's a huge win for NEEK.
That is a really, really big win for NEEK. Look at some shit.
Yeah, look at yeah.
Copying Todd now, but I mean, look at it though, and it's all stalkers. It's nothing else. There's an immortal actually coming out for Arnovic, but it's gonna come from the bottom, and now it's gonna be a disadvantage for him.
Yeah, it's in a terrible defensive position. NEEK actually doesn't go up the high ground, but instead chooses to go back and secure his natural. He's already finished the Nexus, so I guess he figured, well, I've already invested in the Nexus. I'm already probing up. He's getting a shield battery, he's getting a sentry, he's getting ready for another hold, and he wants to hold this advantage. Meanwhile, the other side, we don't see a Nexus from Arnovic at all, but he's getting a War Prism and some Adepts. So this really is going to come down to, will NEEK be able to hold the next attack from Arnovic, yes or no?
Yeah, you're right. He is so far ahead in workers and in everything else, pretty much. It really just depends on Arnovic now trying to do damage so late. And I mean, these two deaths are dead weight.
Oh, sick body block there with the Stalker. Like, I've been watching a lot of Grubby's Warcraft 3 streams lately, so there's lots of body blocking there. And seeing people apply that in StarCraft, that's really cool. Alright, really good defensive mechanics here. Getting a Phoenix out, but I don't think it's going to spot this attack here coming in from Arnovic. If it would, that would be perfect for NEEK. I don't think he has any blink, but just the sheer army size advantage here for NEEK is huge. 4 sentries, that's that's a lot, but I guess it's going to help out.
I would really give the advantage here to Arnovic if he had an immortal and NEEK doesn't, but NEEK also has an immortal of his own, and it's going to be really hard to break him now.
Yeah, man, and the longer this hold lasts for NEEK, the more reinforcements he's going to get. Already his second immortal is popped out. He's getting a Warp Prism of his own, adding 2 more stars, 2 more gateways. Going to pick up some sentries. No blink, so he will lose these stalkers. Good force fields here from Arnovic, blocking out most of the army of NEEK. But still, his immortals are, well, still alive. Wouldn't say unharmed. And he's just going to GG out. He knows he can't break this. Wow.
Man, that one immortal actually got really close to dying, and I actually thought, like, I didn't think Arnovic was going to win, but that engagement went very, very well for him.
Yeah, like picking up that engagement at the high ground. I was kind of surprised because I looked at. Oh, I think we have Frank who wants to say something, guys.
That's right, Jeroen. It's such a smooth transition. Thank you very much. All right, I just want to say to the people in the room right here, hi everybody watching. It's great that you're here. If you want to play in the StarCraft King of the Hill style tournament over there, go ahead and sign up with those guys right there. Mark, if you raise your hand, there we go. If you go to Mark, say hi, you can sign up. And if you win enough games, you can win awesome goodies like WCS hoodies, StarCraft pullovers, we got posters, we got a t-shirt. So go ahead, and even if you haven't played StarCraft before, we got an account for you. So come along, it's free to play anyway. So Jeroen and Thalandros, back to you.
Awesome. I really, really like that. That is so much fun. If I were a new player to StarCraft, that would be really, really fun to try. Obviously, you're going to get obliterated by anyone who's decent, but it's still a lot of fun. And you can try to game, you can try to win some stuff. It's awesome.
I just like that this isn't just another run-of-the-mill StarCraft tournament.
Yeah.
This is a local grassroots tournament like I've been boasting about on Twitter. And you can actually and participate as the audience. And I think that's so important because, of course, watching high-level StarCraft is great, but we're in a venue where people can just sit down and play for themselves, interact with the players while they're on break. It's small scale, but looking out into the room, I think you guys are gonna get a shot at it later on, of course. But there's a lot of people here.
There is a lot of people in here.
And who hasn't showed up yet? I think Rotterdam. I don't see him yet, but he's gonna be here for sure because he promised.
He promised. Did he pinky promise?
Well, he actually started a stream really early this morning.
Oh, really?
So he could after 4 hours he'd come here. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Roddy obviously he was just Home Story Cup last weekend. Saw him there as well. Oh, he's awesome. He's always there. So it's like when he's there, he's in Europe. So usually and around that time is DSCL. I think he wanted to show up last time as well. But
all right. Yeah. So
yeah.
Time for game 2.
And on a new map.
Between NEEK and Arnovic.
Yes, indeed. In the top left corner, the blue Protoss playing for MCon Esports. It is NEEK.
And in the bottom right of Kairos Junction, we have the red Protoss, also play for MCon Esports. He is Arnovic. Guys, I promise, the longer we cast, the smoother the transitions are going to be.
But I have to correct you, he is not playing for MCon.
Oh wait, he's for E-Wolves, holy crap. Well, talk about smoothness.
But we can try again next time.
Yeah, well, for sure. Let's go. Let's hope this goes to game 3.
This map is I'm fairly unfamiliar with it. I think most players are, because unless you've practiced it a lot in the on the test map or whatever.
What?
Oh, what is Arnovic doing?
Oh, wait, huh?
I think that was a mistake.
I think that was. Oh, he thinks he's getting cannon rushed.
Oh, actually, yeah, no,
But
he's
there
pulling.
is.
Okay, there we go. But that was still a lot of probes he was pulling.
I didn't see a forge. Does he have a forge?
He does not have a forge. It's a fake out.
It's definitely a fake out. Wow, that was.
And that does give NEEK a slight advantage. It's
Yeah.
not massive, but it
You
is.
see, here he just cancels the pylon. Like psych.
But I mean, honestly, if you look at that with the 3 drones, 3 probes, that was a very good response from Arnovic, patrolling them so that NEEK can't put any cannons at any vital positions or pylons even. I think that was very, very good.
It would have been an excellent response if he was getting cannon rushed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A very good general practice.
All right. Well, I'm not sure if we can look at the total amount of minerals mined at this point, because I'd be pretty interested to see, like, in terms of money. Yeah, like that's a bit of a dip there for Arnovic, and it's still a dip because okay, it'll restore soon enough. You know, fancy graphs and all. But yeah, nice mind games by NEEK, but at the same time, Arnovic is once again putting a pylon somewhere else on the map.
Is he just doing the same thing last game, as last game, just hoping it works out better this time?
Maybe.
It's possible. Games go very, very differently a lot of the time. We see a Stargate play from NEEK, so it is going to go differently. And Stargate in PvP is very interesting, because if you end up in Stargate versus Stargate, you're going to have just Phoenix battles. But otherwise, you can do very, very interesting stuff with the Phoenixes and hope you don't die from a push.
Dude, NEEK is going Stargate into an expansion, while Arnovic is going Twilight. Like
On one base.
on one base. So I think NEEK feels very comfortable in this matchup right now. Oh, actually, good scout here by NEEK. He once again should be able to spot that there is a pylon missing, because you know there is, and it's somewhere else on the map. I really want to see what we're gonna get when this Twilight finishes, because it could be a Dark Shrine. You know, when behind Dark Shrine is the truth, and yeah.
I thought it was anytime Dark Shrine.
Maybe these days. Well, we guessed right. And
Yep.
what's cool is I think this Oracle is gonna, you know, NEEK is making an Oracle. Oracle's pretty good units. Nice block there, prevents the Adepts from going in, but they're just gonna literally knock on the door here. Actually, once attacking the wrong pylon.
Yep, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to cancel it anyway after the Adepts are going to move out. They won't be staying there very long. And the Dark Shrine is halfway complete. The Oracle, however, is complete. If it scouts it, because it is kind of in the path of the Stargate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that Oracle, there's, you know, Arnovic still has no idea that there is an Oracle at, you know, anyway. Here come the Adepts though. I think he's going to pull back the Oracle in order to defend, but he's just going to leave his Stalkers up to it. However, those are going to be in trouble, because now there's 4 Adepts. One Adept does fall, but another Stalker falls, and this means that NEEK really cannot win this fight. He has to chrono out another Stalker. Is he going to get like a Void Ray? No, he's just going to fly into the main of Arnovic here with the Oracle. I don't think there's any anti-air there. There's a shield battery though that does.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh man, that helps so much. Like
That's going to save him.
how many probe kills are that? Not a whole lot. He's going to run away though, because the shield's it's going to run, and now he's finally going to get some probe kills, but not as many as he wanted to. Dark Templar are. Wait, is it warping in?
Yeah, they're warping in right now. The Adepts are there, but the Dark Templar are still warping in, so it's going to be a while before it's there. But this pylon is now broken down, so the Dark Templar can literally just walk in. There's no detection on this side of the map.
Yeah,
no
he needs an
energy on the
observer.
Oracle.
He needs an observer stat, but he has no idea that there's a Dark Templar walking into his natural right now. The only detection he will have would be the Oracle. And man, this Artosis pylon.
Oh, he's not attacking with the Dark Templar either. He wants to kill that pylon first. He needs that pylon down.
Oh, NEEK knows this.
In the way.
Yeah, he's body blocking once again. The Warcraft 3 micro. And here comes the Immortal. Is he going to get the observer? Oh, the DT already retreats. There's still. He figured there was an observer coming out any second now, but it was an Immortal. And NEEK actually holds and has a massive probe lead at this point.
He does. He's actually making an Archon out of it. Arnovic is. So now he wants to push with an Archon and Adepts, because he can't really macro off of this. Getting a natural now is just, you're playing from so far from behind, like there's no real way to get back into the PvP anyway.
Yeah, like he's going to make an Archon, and yeah, I'm not sure what else. Like, I just want to see this final attack, because there's going to be some interesting moves. Not even pulling the Oracle back, like he's just scouting around with it, flies in a couple of Adepts. Man, NEEK just has so many Stalkers here. He could actually just go out on the map and kill Arnovic if he wants to. Arnovic is currently, you know, massing what is left of his army for one final attack, but NEEK, he's definitely bodying him here in this game.
So far, so good for NEEK. He's actually, these two adepts are going to be slightly annoying in the main. Actually, an Immortal just pops out. Never mind.
Sup, bro?
And that's very good as well for Arnovic, but it's not going to be enough. For now, like, he has to get that natural up, and he's gonna do it untouched. But NEEK,
Man, he's killing so many probes here.
Oh, that's true. But NEEK just saw this natural. He's gonna be like, okay, so you want a macro from this point on? Okay, I guess I'll just, you know, not allow you to do that because I have so much more stuff than you. This shield battery, by the way, has paid its
MVP.
weight in
Like,
gold.
just look at he gets one probe. Woo. And now it's out of energy, and NEEK is actually gonna sack this Oracle just to make sure he stays in the probe lead. I see a lot of units here from NEEK actually knocking on Arnovic's door in the natural, and I'm not sure how Arnovic is actually going to hold this. He needs a sentry, he needs to force through the ramp, but he loses the Archon. What is he going to do? Like, can he still warp into DT at the other side?
I mean, what is there to do here? It's 15 probes against 22. Wow, NEEK is knocking on your door. What are you going to do as Arnovic here? I think the only way out is F10, man.
Oh man, such a good just add a really good defense here by NEEK. He just completely like boom bodies here. Arnovic,
look
who
at the
just
smile on his face too.
Yeah, man. He's like looking for him, like, hey, what's up, man?
Yep. Honestly, I did not expect it 2-0.
No.
I thought Arnovic is very, very good in, I mean, any matchup, but I think he's also pretty good in PvP specifically. And we didn't even get to see the new Disruptor. We didn't even get that far because both games were fairly early game. Only Stalker, Immortal, and Dark Templar.
Yeah,
and maybe a couple of Adepts, but
very straightforward PvP.
Yep.
And yeah, honestly, like I'm impressed with NEEK's performance there. Like he really showed some veteran class gameplay there. You know, not just playing very confident. I really felt like that was the main thing I could, you know, feel coming from his gameplay right there. So congrats to him, and scores another 2 wins, no losses so far, I think, in this round. And yeah, looking forward to the next match.
Yeah, for sure.